Today, we're exploring relationship red flags, and one of the most critical missteps a lot of us do is not addressing them when they pop up. Joining us now with why you can't look the other way is podcaster, relationship coach, and the author of Kickass Husband, Matthew P. Hoffman. Matthew, it's great to see you again.
Nice to be back with you, Gayle. Thank you.
So this seems to be a running theme. We've had a lot of experts like yourself on the show today saying you cannot ignore red flags when they come up. And you say being the priority in a relationship or marriage might be one of them?
Well, it's interesting. A lot of people think that if they demand or ask or request that they're the priority in their #1 relationship, that that's a mistake. And really, if you're not the priority in that romantic relationship, that's a huge red flag. You want to make sure, Gayle, that neither not work, not a person, not another activity is ahead of you with your partner. You want to be their #1 priority. And about 90% of all relationship issues come from your partner not making you a priority in your relationship.
Now, are we allowed to feel however we want on issues, even if our partner doesn't agree with us?
That's a great question. You know, Gayle, in every relationship, there are two viewpoints, and they're both right. A huge red flag is if your partner tells you you just got to get over something, you shouldn't make such a big deal about it. Instead, they should be seeking to find understanding in the relationship and why something is so critical or passionate to you.
And I know sometimes it's really tough for men and women alike to accept influence from their partner. Why is it important for both partners to be able to accept influence from each other throughout their relationship?
I tell you, Gayle, one of the craziest statistics is that accepting influence is one of the most important things in looking at a relationship that's going to be successful or that's going to end up in divorce. So if you're able to take your partner's opinions and accept them and believe them and think they have some validity, then you are on the right way to a strong relationship. Partners that can't accept influence or aren't willing to think that their partner may have the right answer, have some good feedback, or don't prioritize them, it's a big red flag.
Now, if you had to give our viewers a watch out for the behaviors that if they see or experience, they should immediately pay attention to and address right away, what would that be?
There's something called the 4 Horsemen in the Gottman Institute, Gayle, and I'll give you an acronym to remember. If you can remember CCDS, that means criticism, contempt, defensiveness, or stonewalling. If you ever see those behaviors coming up in your relationship, that you're exhibiting them or your partner is, that should be a hard pump on the brakes, because those behaviors are what lead to relationships falling apart. When your partner exhibits those qualities to you, Gayle, it means they are not just turning away from you, but they're turning against you. And if your partner turns against you too many times, that's where separation or divorce can occur.
Very interesting, and I know we just have seconds left, but you are a big believer in having that honest communication and giving that other person the space to speak.
Absolutely. Radical candor, Gayle, is critical in any successful relationship.
Well, Matthew, it is always such a pleasure to see you when you're back in the Tampa Bay area. We can't wait to have you back in studio with us.
Can't wait to come join you and see all the greats that's happening at Bloom, Gayle.
All right, thank you. We're going to post this story on our website, bloomtampabay.com. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.